skip over it?
No. Let's do this. Okay. You ready?
No, I'm not.
The biggest comedy of the year. Get ready for thirds. The greatest fairy tale never told continues with a whole new hilarious comedy of royal proportions. When his frog-in-law suddenly croaks, Shrek embarks on another whirlwind adventure with Donkey and Puss in Boots to find the rightful heir to the throne. Everyone's favorite cast of characters is back, along with a magical, misguided Merlin, who is, I believe, Eric Idle, also from Monty Python. Mm-hmm. An awkward Arthur, Justin Timberlake. A powerful posse of princesses. And a bundle of unexpected arrivals. Only Shrek can tell a tale where everyone lives happily ever laughter. This is the only Shrek I've ever seen in theaters.
I don't know why. Why would you waste your money?
Well, I was like, well, the first two are great. This one will be good. Who I saw it with? I don't know, some girls I was hanging out with. They're like, we're going to see Shrek 3. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to see it. That should be fun.
Nope.
No, this Shrek the Third is very weak. So yes, we find out in the beginning. This part's actually funny because they're filling in for the king and queen. Uh-huh. And he's adjusting to like royal life. I love when they're wearing the outfits and they can't fit in them.
Yes.
I do love the moment where someone comes in, he's like, oh, who died? And then he's literally the frog is dying. He tells him that he wants Shrek to be the king. But Shrek is not ready for that. The whole theme of this is Shrek ready for responsibility?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Typical man.
So he tells him, like, you can be king. And he's like, no, I can't do it. He's like, all right, there's one other person. It's Fiona's cousin, not King Arthur, but Arthur, who will be king. So he's like, good, we're going to do that instead. So Shrek is going to go on an adventure. And he finds out right before he leaves that Fiona is pregnant.
Yeah.
Which
is such a hard. She had a hard time telling us.
Yeah,
like,
which I didn't mind that gag. It's a classic gag. I think Blazing Saddles used it, where someone says something and a horn blows. Yeah. Also, before they leave, I did love Puss in Boots saying bye to the cat. He's like, "I'll miss you," and then there's like 8 other cats, and he's like, "And you." What a guy. The whole stuff with like Shrek being worried about being a dad is fun. I like his nightmares of the babies, the Shrek babies.
Yeah. It's like foreshadowing.
Which I'm wondering if my sister went through that when she found out she was having twins.
You should ask her.
Just had a dream of Shrek babies everywhere.
You should put on Shrek 3 when you go to her house. She might start crying now.
The twins have gotten even more into Godzilla.
Really?
So I don't know if you saw the new one with Kong and Godzilla where they're friends and Godzilla turns pink. They love it.
Oh, I bet they do.
There's a big white lizard in it who the bad guy uses and then it turns nice at the end. We've watched the movie 7,000 times.
Well, you corrupted them. That's your fault.
I had to put them on for work. I didn't think they'd actually like them, but they actually ended up liking them. But they decided that this white one is now their favorite one.
Oh, okay.
So they will call me on FaceTime. So I will take the toy out of the box and show it to them.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, my sister literally had to call me. She's like, which one is the one with Shimo? I'm like, why? She's like, because they won't stop asking for it.
Oh, my God.
Usually it's like there is no Godzilla in the house unless I'm there. Yeah. But like one day they were just asking for it. Anyway.
Oh, that's great.
So the Shrek baby stuff is fine. You get to Arthur. They go to high school, which is funny. Or it could be funny, but they don't really do a lot with him in the high school setting.
No, they don't.
No, and this is where the problems really start.
And I fell asleep.
You fell asleep at this? Justin Timberlake sucked.
Yeah. I know.
Even as a voice actor,
brutal.
He sucked. I'm not saying he's like bad, but like this is when they were really trying to push him as an actor. Yeah. They were really trying to make him a movie star. Not his
forte.
No. I mean, he's been fine in movies, but that's it. He's mostly just fine. But they wanted him to be the leading man. I'm like, he is not leading man material. He is supporting character material. Supporting. Yeah, he sucks in this. And I don't particularly care about the Arthur character in this.
Not enough.
and his whole journey was like, oh,
It was cringe.
yes. I couldn't relate to him at all.
No.
It sucked. And then you have the B plot. Again, weak villain. Charming is now the villain. Speaking
Still the villain.
yeah, but he should be the supporting villain. He should not be the main villain.
Yeah.
He doesn't work as the main villain for me at all. But yeah, he plans to take over Far, Far Away and overthrow them, but he needs to get rid of Fiona and her mom first. And he ends up invading with he gets all the villains. He rallies all the villains.
The witches. All
yes.
Of them.
Which I think, does Rumpelstiltskin make an appearance in this one?
I don't think so.
I feel like he might have had one appearance in
You
this.
think
I should
so?
check. I should check.
Yeah.
And you, Frumpy Pigskin,
Rumpelstiltskin.
where's that firstborn you were promised, eh?
I'm curious.
But yeah, he gets all the villains. I do like the trees from Wizard of Oz. Those are fun.
Yeah.
To take over Far, Far Away. And they interrupt on Fiona's baby shower. And then we find out, this is where we see all the other princesses. Sleeping
Including
Beauty, Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
Where is it? Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, Snow White,
Snow White. The bartender.
the ugly stepsister.
Okay.
Played by Larry King, which actually, I really don't care for this plot line, but Larry King getting a bigger part, I actually was really happy about that.
Same.
I'm just like, I'm actually really enjoying that they made this throwaway joke a main character.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't get into her storyline either. Yeah.
I think the best part was when, Prince Charming took over, when like they had Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I think it was like Heart. Like that was the only two songs that were good in this soundtrack of Shrek 3.
And then they try to do the whole feminism thing.
I know.
Where they're like, who's gonna? We got to get out of here, and they just all wait for the prince to save them. And they're like, no, we got to save ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but Fiona, you didn't do that.
Female power.
Yeah, which I know you're all about, Miss Charlie's Angels. Someone bought. Oh God, I gotta give you guys that money. Sorry,
No,
I forgot. I need to get your guys' PayPal's. We auctioned off the tape.
Woo!
Some lucky man has the Charlie's
He's probably
Angels
jerking off to
tape.
it as we speak, baby.
If you're
Fess up, whoever bought
if
it.
you're jerking off to the Charlie's Angels tape, don't send us pictures of it,
Please
please.
send all the pics.
No, send it to Lauren. Send it to Lauren.
Send it to
I
me.
don't want to see it.
All right.
But that would have been funny, but then it's just like the queen's gonna headbutt the brick walls. I'm like, thought that would be a funnier gag. Snow White singing with all the animals.
Yeah, I actually like that part.
turning into immigrant song. They put that in all the trailers. Speaking of, I didn't know this until I was looking it up earlier. They super promoted this movie heavily, and apparently the comedy duo Tim and Eric kept seeing advertisements for it. And then when they like on Adult Swim and all their shows, they would just, for fun, they just started promoting the movie too.
Oh God.
So they would just find ways to make an excuse to promote Shrek 3
jeez.
because they just kept seeing so many advertisements for it. But yeah, it's not good.
Nah.
No. There's potential there.
0. I rate it a
Yes.
0. Not
I
my
was
favorite.
telling you, I'm like, this is the one I'm least excited to rewatch. I have not watched it since the theater. And I watched it again. There's moments here or there. That's the problem, like with Shrek 1 being perfect. And then Shrek 2, like somehow doing the impossible and actually matching it. Like I had big expectations.
So did
for this.
I.
And it's hard to do it 3 times. And I was just like, I dropped the ball hard.
Mm-hmm.
Even Merlin's not that funny in it. He could have been really funny.
It was a very depressing Shrek, I think.
Yeah, because he's worried about the kids
Yes.
and everything.
Yes. Not the best. Not the best.
And then because Shrek and Donkey transforming into went so well, they were like, we have to redo that.
Yes.
So it's now Puss in Boots and Donkey switch brains.
Which I thought that was a pretty good twist for a minute.
I mean, I didn't really enjoy it. I just kind of wanted to see them do their thing.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like we needed to do a body switching thing.
No.
But I feel like because the last one they did it, they're like, well, we have to do something like that in this.
Right.
Didn't work for me. I want to see Puss in Boots be real suave. I want to see Donkey in Puss in Boots shoes.
True.
I totally forgot about Rapunzel being a double agent and betraying them.
Yeah, she married Prince Charming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like an inside. She was the mole on the inside.
What a
You can't say that on
Sorry.
YouTube. I have to bleep it.
out. Sorry, I'm making you do more work. My bad.
You're not as bad as Crystal and Kit in the Child's Play 2 episode. They just did it so long. I'm like, please stop saying that word for the love of God.
I hate you too. I hate it.
I don't even remember a single goddamn song other than the two that you mentioned.
That's it. Yeah, that was really it. I thought. I mean, that's all that stood out.
So the whole just Shrek doesn't want to be king, so he's getting someone else to do it. Don't care. Don't care about Arthur. The whole girls get it done, girl power thing. It wasn't entertaining unless Larry King was saying something. Ironic, you know, it's pretty bad where your female storyline, only the man is the good part.
The confused. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, the fairy godmother in the second one calls the wolf a gender confused wolf.
Yeah, a gender confused wolf. I thought that was hilarious.
There's a lot of jokes about that.
I know.
Which again, I'm interested to see what happens.
Way before, liberals.
But now I don't know what's going to happen because now Hollywood's trying to backtrack all this stuff.
We'll say.
But yeah, it's just weak.
Yeah.
I honestly would have just liked seeing Shrek with Fiona getting ready to have the kids. I mean, that could have also been really bad, but it's just more entertaining.
They could have had a better storyline.
This storyline just didn't work for me.
Awful.
It didn't lead to a lot of really memorable jokes.
Yeah.
The only thing that really came out of this was Shrek Rizz. I found out that this was a term.
Wait, this is a thing? Did I miss that? Shrek Rizz.
Yeah, Shrek's got Rizz.
I love
I had to learn what Rizz was a few years ago. I had no idea. But yeah, if you type in Shrek Rizz into gift search, which because of you, I've been using the Shrek gift search.
Oh my God, that's what you're writing in there.
It's the part where, I found out about it. It's the part where Prince Charming stabs him.
Okay.
And then he realizes it's fake, but he's leaned over and he looks up and he gives like the little wink. He does the smirk. Apparently that's Shrek Rizz.
I gotta see this. Shrek Rizz.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Shrek
I love
Rizz.
the animated one. That's great.
Hold on. Someone put it on a fucking Pokemon card.
Send me that.
Oh my God, Lauren.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, apparently the Shrek Rizz is a thing. Shrek the Third.
Yeah, can we just stop talking about it?
Yes, we are going to move on.
I'm so over it.
To Shrek Forever After. Can you please read the synopsis there?
All right, ready?
Yes.